everyone, we're back. Happy New Year to everyone, and thanks for all the support on the sharing and like of the video I did a few weeks ago for the fruitcakes. Thanks again for all your support, and welcome back to another recipe with Belizeanvibez. Today we're going to be making one of Belizean's favorite powder bun. Yes, and I think like 2 years ago I put a recipe up on my Facebook page and on my Belizean cuisine Belizeanvibez page, so you can check it out there. But now I'm doing a video on YouTube to share with you, so I hope you could come along with me and make this recipe, and you guys could get to enjoy again with your family and friends. It is delicious. So as you know, this is one of Belizean's favorites. So let's get baking. Okay, so here are our ingredients for our powder buns. So we have flour. I'm using some light brown sugar. We have baking powder, salt, nutmeg, cinnamon, allspice, vanilla, 1 egg. We have some butter and shortening, some raisins soaking in some vanilla and water to make them nice and plump. And here's our evaporated milk and coconut milk, and that's all. You have your mixing bowl here. And guys, my mommy got these for me, so I'm breaking them in today. Aren't they lovely? So we're going to be mixing our powder buns in these bowls, well, in one of them. And here you go. So let's make some powder buns. So hi everyone. So as I mentioned, we've got our ingredients. We're going to be making some powder buns today, and I'm going to be using this bowl. This was given to me for Christmas from my mom, and it came in an entire set, the ones that you see with the flour and the sugar. And so mommy, I'm using the set for my video. So she's like, I got these bowls for you and I hope you like it. I love them. It's perfect for what I do, right? So let's start baking. So in this bowl, we're gonna put all our ingredients. So let's start. And also I use this Danish mixer. It works perfect when you're making powder buns because it doesn't mix the dough too mushy. It just kind of blend it through these holes. Okay, so here we go. We have 4.5 cups flour. So you add your flour to your bowl, and again we're making some powder buns. And again, ain't this lovely? It's a set. So we have 4.5 cups flour, have 2 cups brown sugar. We're gonna add all our dry ingredients, okay? So we got our flour, got our sugar. Let's add our baking powder, and I will have all the ingredients listed in the description, okay, of the YouTube description, so you can go there and copy the recipe. So that's 4.5 cups flour, 2 cups sugar, a tablespoon baking powder, and we're gonna add all our dry ingredients. I have a teaspoon salt. I'm using Himalaya pink salt. I use 2 teaspoons nutmeg, freshly grated nutmeg. And so earlier what I did, I have my nutmeg, have my little grater, and I grated just about what I need, 2 teaspoons, okay? So, you know that's my favorite thing, fresh nutmeg. So add your nutmeg, 2 teaspoons cinnamon, 1 teaspoon allspice, and got our Danish mixer here, and here you go. So gonna start mixing our flour, sugar, and our spices. Look how lovely. So see, so that's what you want. And so once you get all the ingredients, dry ingredients in here, and you start mixing, let's give it a good mix so everything is all blended. And now we're gonna start adding the shortening and the butter. And here I have shortening and butter. Okay, I'm gonna put all this in here. So I did approximately half cup butter, and I did about little less than half cup shortening, and we're gonna mix that. See, keep mixing, and you blend all your shortening and butter. And that's why I like this tool right here. It kind of helps to cut the shortening and the butter into smaller pieces if you haven't done that before. So here you go. And guys, this is a Belizean favorite. I don't know anyone that doesn't love powder buns, okay? And here you go. When I make this at home, oh my goodness, my nieces and nephews, they love powder buns. My mommy love it. She can have it with her tea. So here you go. So you're gonna keep mixing this for a little bit, okay? Okay, so if you don't have one of these, just a fork and it'll get the job done. A fork or a large spoon with holes in it, it helps. So here you go. So you want your dough to look something like this. So this is the flour, sugar, baking powder, and spices. You see, now that it's all mixed up, you see that texture? That's what you want. The butter and the shortening all blended in the flour mixture. So you use your ladle, or you can also use a fork to break it up, okay? Make it up into small pieces. You want the shortening and the butter all small pieces, okay? Once you got that all done, let's start adding our wet ingredients. Okay, as I've mentioned, once you got the flour, sugar, and shortening mixture all blended up really nice, it should look like this. Okay, see that? See that? That's the texture you want. The shortening already blended up into your flour mixture. Now we're gonna start adding our wet ingredients. So we have here 1 cup evaporated milk. So we're gonna add our evaporated milk. 1 cup. Mix that. And powder bun, you don't need powder bun. You just need to mix it up. Okay. Half cup coconut milk. That's 1 cup evaporated milk. Half cup coconut milk. 2 teaspoons vanilla. And we have 1 egg. Just 1 egg. This is optional. You can make it without. I like the texture with the egg. Makes it soft inside, a little crunchy outside. And here you go. So add that 1 egg. And that's it. Once this is all mixed up, we're gonna add our raisins. I have my raisins soaking in a little bit of vanilla and water. The reason I do that, so that the raisins can be nice and plump. Try that when you're baking. Soak your raisins in advance in a little bit of vanilla and water, and it just plumps the raisin really nice and juicy for powder buns, bread pudding, whatever you're baking. And so look at the texture. So now that we have our evaporated milk, coconut milk, 1 egg, vanilla, we're just gonna stir this around, and you can use a large pot spoon. You know, the pot spoons with the hole in it? Perfect for this. And just toss this around. I just gently fold and fold until it's all mixed, okay? At this time, I'm gonna start adding my raisins. So as I mentioned, it's soaked in a little vanilla, so the raisins are moist. And I'm gonna put all raisins. So this is half cup raisins, okay, that I had soaked previously. And look at this. That's it. Isn't that beautiful? So you're just gonna mix this powder bun dough. This is so easy. You can make this with the kids. They love it, okay? And you can add mixed fruits, you can add nuts if you choose to. You could add whatever you like, but most times it's powder bun with or without raisins. Whatever you like. You got some dried cranberry, you could put that in there. And this is it. There's nothing much to this. Now I'm gonna get my pans ready and we're gonna scoop this. See? That's it. It's all mixed up. I don't use my hands. I don't knead my dough or anything. You could just use a large pot spoon, as I mentioned, and just kind of work the dough around with the mixture. You don't want your dough too soft. See? So this is the texture of my dough. Look. See that? That's what you want. You don't want it too dry. You don't want it too wet. You want it a little sticky, but not too sticky. Okay, so here we go. We have our pans ready with our parchment paper. We have the oven preheating at 375. And so we're gonna start putting. I use an ice cream scoop. We have our powder bun mixture all ready to go. Okay, and let's start. So here we go. We're gonna start putting our powder buns, ice cream scoop, oven being preheated. And again, I hope you get to enjoy making some powder buns with your family. And that's it. So you could do smaller portions, however you like. Let's see how many we get. Usually with the 4.5 cups, you can get approximately 24 powder buns. Let's see how much we get today. Alrighty, I'm not gonna make them too big. And I do not, as I mentioned, I do not form the dough with my hands or anything. I just use the ice cream scoop onto the baking sheet. Okay, I'll show you how it's done here. So there you go. Alrighty. So I use the ice cream scoop and a spatula sometimes just to help take it out. And if you notice, the dough is firm but not too firm, not too sticky. It's just a perfect powder bun dough. So can you see that? There you go. All right. And we're gonna bake these at 375 degrees for approximately 20-25. It depends how brown you like your powder buns. If you like your powder buns really, really brown, leave it in longer. If you like it just light brown, there you go. So we're gonna do the other tray. Okay, see how easy that is? Isn't it lovely? Okay, so we're going to continue putting our powder buns on our baking sheet. We already got 12 on that one. Okay. And like I mentioned, if you like raisin, you put the raisin. You don't like raisin, don't put raisins. Okay. I like raisins in powder buns. I like raisins in Creole bun. Okay, and these don't take long. You can make this really quick. You can make it for morning breakfast. And for the folks that's not familiar with powder buns, let's see, it's kind of like the best way I could describe it, it's like a scone, wouldn't you say? Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. It's similar to a scone in texture. It has flour, sugar, spices. We put 1 egg. We bake it. It comes with like a little crunch on the outside, soft on the inside. It has nutmeg, allspice, vanilla, all that good stuff. So I think I could get one more. Okay, and this is it. How lovely. So let's put one more here. And this is it. So we got 12 over there, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. See? So depending on the size, you do get about 22 to 24 powder buns. And here you go. Okay? Here you go. Isn't that lovely? Okay, here we go. Look how lovely these are. So we got 24 powder buns, and our oven is now preheated. We can put these in the oven at 375 degrees. Okay, so let's get these babies in the oven. Okay, here you go. Look at these beauties. So what I did, I baked them for about 25-30 minutes. 25 minutes, and I put on the broiler just for a few minutes to get that golden brown on top, because I like when it's really, really brown. And there you go. So we got 24 beautiful powder buns. Okay, so here you go. Powder buns are done. Look how lovely. You can have these with a nice cup of tea, coffee, Milo, Ovaltine, whatever you enjoy your powder buns with. Okay, so I'm going to remove all these and I'll be back with you shortly. We're back, and guess what? Look. Powder buns are done. Depending on the lighting, somehow in the video it looks lighter, but they're really all brown and nice. Look at it. So yeah, look at that. Isn't it lovely? So we got 24 powder buns. Look, nice and golden brown. And yeah, so I hope you get to bake some powder buns. The recipe will be in the description box. Be sure to log on to my website, Belizeanvibez.com. It has a direct tab. You can go directly from the website to my YouTube channel if you choose to. Like, share, and subscribe, Belizeanvibez Live, and I hope to bring you much more videos in 2025. Thanks again for the support. Hope you get to make some powder buns. Enjoy with your family and loved ones. Thanks again. Kindly like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Share it with your family and friends. And again, thanks for joining me once more. We made some beautiful powder buns. We got 24 powder buns out of 4.5 cups flour. I will put the recipe in the description. Thanks again. You have a great evening, day, whatever time you're watching this video. Thank you so much for tuning into Belizeanvibez. Be sure to log on to Belizeanvibez on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And just keep sharing, okay? Sharing my videos, liking my videos. Thanks again. Thanks so much for the support. Thank you. Bye. And there you go, guys. Look at how lovely. It really, really came out good. Just the way I like it. Soft inside and has a little crunch on the outside, okay? So what you do, you bake your powder buns at 375, and for the last 5 minutes, just turn on the broiler for a few minutes. Don't forget it, just for a few minutes, and there you go. You get a total of 24 beautiful golden brown powder buns, okay? Thank you. You need to bake more powder buns, just double the recipe. That is all. Thank you again. Kindly remember to like, share, and subscribe. The recipe is in the description box. Thank you. Okay, now that I told you that you got 24 powder buns, look. I told you 24 powder buns, and they're just so delicious. Let's try. So here you go. They're still pretty hot, but Oh my God. So good. Oh, this is how I like my powder buns. It has a crunch outside, nicely brown, but inside is moist. Oh my God. Look. Make sure you try my recipe. It's in the description box. So good. Delicious. Thanks again. Bye.